Hi, welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. Uh, they are co-opting the conscious mind of my son. The past couple of days, he has not been calling me to let me know that he is on his way home. Now, I was speaking to him today because I called him, and he would pause. Right? I asked him. I would say something to him, and like I said to him, I said, "Listen, you need to. I keep telling you, you need to call me. Don't leave the school, and not call me to let me know that you're on your way." Okay? And instead of him saying okay, that he would pause. Okay, and this is what they would do. This is they used to do this with Bryce. They used to do this with Pam. Um, so that I can hear in the background. Same thing like saying that it's like a simple message. Oh, if you come over here by Pam, if you do what you need to do for your kids, we're going to keep you under surveillance and this and that. Remember, this program is to, you know, condition you into a negative way of thinking, right? Into a not just a dysfunctional way of thinking, but a negative way of thinking, of walking away from your kids to make it look like you're the bad guy, right? Because they want you to be, they want to give you a bad name. Now, also, I keep saying this, but again, a lot of particularly black people who participate in this don't want to listen. They don't want to hear, which is okay because it's going to be to their detriment when they don't listen anyway. Um, so today, I was, you know, browsing the internet, and I was watching a video. Okay, and in the video, this young woman, young black woman, Muslim woman, she's talking about how white supremacy and their goal to eradicate masculine black men. And they started honking the horn right after that. Then also I came upon it was an article on Malcolm X, and as soon as I browsed through the article, start hearing the sirens. Right. So again, they're going back to when they were targeting me. Over a decade ago, when I started to do research and I started to read on, just anything that I would click on that has to do with Malcolm X, the Black Panther, because I was doing the research and about COINTELPRO and stuff like that, and there was always police sirens every time I go onto a website, and sometimes when I went to go back to the website, I would be hit with a denial of service attack, meaning that I couldn't get access to the website. They prevent me from getting access to the website because they didn't want me to, uh, you know, go on certain types of websites to learn or read about certain types of people, particularly like Malcolm X, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, uh, you know, um, Minister Louis Farrakhan, Marcus Garvey. We, as a TI, like I said, and as a black man, it's a double-edged sword for us as TIs, because we there is a consistent war on black men in America, and particularly to eradicate any sort of any sort of dislike for the U.S. government and what it has done to black people. Plus, also the FBI memo about destroying anyone any black person, and this well in there, but this applies to other people too. See, as long as you are fighting for human rights and equality for human beings, for everybody, they're gonna attack you. But particularly when it comes to black people, because again they had a member that state that they're going to prevent the rise of a so-called black messiah, right? Not understand They understand that it's not just one person, but it's black people who come into consciousness and can see the ills of the American society and what it has done and continue to do to black people, and want to take a stance. So anytime a black person, particularly a black man, speak up against white supremacy and stuff like that, he's going to be attacked. They're going to, before he or she, I should say, can even get to a level in which um, they can branch out and start to network with other groups of people in a serious manner. They have already, okay, for the most part, manipulate, uh, infiltrate, destroy, set up, frame up, whatever, and particularly using these technology, right, like silent sound spread spectrum and stuff like that. Um, because again, we can see that, recently within the past couple of years. I say within the past, what, when was Ferguson? Ferguson was like 2015, 2016, and then you look at the subsequent years afterwards, and how many young black activists, right, were killed, and they were killed under, you know, certain circumstances. Right, even one of them was, even his body was burned in a car. Right, so they shot him and torched his body in a car. But again, we are conditioned. We as TIs also, but as black people in general and as a whole, we are conditioned with short-term memory. We have conditioned with passivity, and these technology does exactly that. Uh, even within the declassified documentation, which I show people all the time on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook channel, about the Russians who were developing these things, and about the people who were experiencing what we were experiencing also in Russia, and scientists saying that about countries in the West using this technology to basically create zombies, right? Basically create passivity within the minds of the population, to make them comfortable in their oppression, to make them happy in their uh, you know basically in the violation of their civil and human rights. Okay, and this is exactly what we're seeing here now. So, regardless of what, like I said, I will continue to expose this, um, regardless of the consequences, because I know the truth, and people are easily manipulated. In my last video, I talked about how I read, matter of fact, three articles. Okay, but the most important article was the one on how uh, you know uh, governments, states create lies, and they will get people to lie and continue to lie for whatever the dictators or politicians. Okay, it's just like with, we see this in the Trump uh, presidency, where you would have people who work for him come on TV and lie all the time, and the fact that they believe the lie, okay, and when confronted, they started playing the ice cream truck song because Pam had just called me. So before she called me, immediately it's like they know, like they activate her, right? So she calls me. No, first of all, there's police sirens. Whoop, whoop. Then she calls me immediately afterwards. So I realized that happened. I didn't pick up. I let it ring. After I let it ring and it ring out, then I call her back. Okay. So when I call her back, I'm on the phone with her, and she's doing the whole sniffling thing. That's what I started doing it back. All right. Then they started with the ice cream truck started coming and playing. You know what I'm saying? It was like after 4 o'clock. Okay. They usually come earlier before the kids get out of school, but I guess whatever their agenda is for today, um, they come a little later. But anyway, but yeah, so like I said, today using Hispanic women to target me, using that ethnic group of women specifically, though there are other groups of women that were targeting me, but it is when they will gather black women and black men around a certain Hispanic female, and they start like sticking their fingers in the ears and all this stuff, and blah blah blah. And then as I'm leaving the school, you see that guy crossing in front of me in that sort of manner, right? He waits until I got really close, then he stopped crossing in front of me. Why? Because again, they think that first of all, I don't even know that woman, so their new linguistic program and whatever they try to do or try to affect me emotionally, what have you, didn't work because I don't even know that woman. So there you go. Um, because again, once you study and understand this, you will see how they will constantly use certain types of women to target you, right? And because you might be angry because you understand what's going on and your emotions may be affected, and it's not your fault. Anybody emotion will be affected by this. Okay, so whether you reacted or not doesn't mean anything. It just I shouldn't say it doesn't mean anything. What it means is that it shows that they have basically damaged you emotionally, all right, or they have created an emotional control over you. Okay, so that's basically what it is. So then, uh, also, what else? Oh yeah. So when I talk, so something happened, and I think I was watching something and said something about I'm watching the same video. It's talking about their mothers, and again, the same siren, such and such, because and then the word home, it would be the police siren again, trying to get me to stay here by Pam because she didn't go to bed last night. She stayed up late. Kids went to school late. They're all tired, so they're gonna try to manipulate me and try to threaten me into staying here. But it's not. Like I said, it doesn't work because I've been through it so many times. It doesn't work. Like I said, do whatever you want to do. Yeah, you hear the sirens. Yeah, yeah, yes. Do whatever you want to do, but I will not be staying here. Okay, so there you go. I stay here when I want to stay here, not when you try to manipulate me to stay in there. There may be times when I might be like, F that, whatever, whatever. But trust me, the overall amount of time that I decide to stay is because of my own decision, not shit that they do. Okay, and they know this. They know this, but they try to again use this woman as a to well, she's going to make some false accusation. Let her make false accusations because if she's going to make a false accusation, guess what? I can make a false accusation too. All right, so there you go. So when I make that false accusation based off of her false accusation, I hope you're going to investigate her like what you're doing to me when they make those false accusations and those lies. Okay, just remember that. All right, because again, uh, the way how they target me, particularly as a black man, the fact that I'm passionate about the mistreatment of black people in America, and white supremacy and the lies and these race soldiers, and particularly the black ones, which really disgust me that they're on the police force and they're and instead of um, speaking up, they participate. Okay, why? Because they think they can get away with it. Okay, until guess what? Until you kill somebody, an innocent person, and one of your own, right? And all of a sudden they turn their back on you. Okay, just remember this, right? Look at the discrepancy between black police officers who kill people, who kill unarmed people. Look at the sentencing disparity. Look at the 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 arrest, right? Because they arrest them immediately. Not the white. They don't even arrest the white ones. The white ones can go do whatever they do. They can get the story together. They can do that. But the black ones, your ass is in handcuffs. Okay. So you black Sambos, and I call you Sambos because that's what you are. Okay, you're not Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was a good person. And once you understand that history, you'll see how white people will take our heroes and sheroes and villainize them, while they will take their murderers of our people, of black people, and have us worship them or look up to them. Okay? But when you know history, and this is why it's key that we understand history, right? Not just as a black person, but everybody should understand true history. But again, when you understand history, you understand what it is that they've done, right? How they villainize our heroes and sheroes while having us worship and praise their ancestors who murder our people. Okay? It doesn't work with me though. Because again, I understand history. I know history. All right. So there you go. So anyway, I guess I'll see you, criminal with badges later. I will be recording. You know. So like I said, where I am, where I live. Come knock on my door. All right. So we can see who you are. All right. Talk to you guys in the next video.